Okay, good morning everybody. I'm Liche. Today I want to talk about playing as a nutrition for child development. Uh, Nowadays, parents, pediatrician, teacher, and also practitioner in child development concerned about the healthy nutrition for children. They prepare good food, milk, vegetables, and vitamins for children. But at the same time, technology development, parent activity in daily routine, parent play activities, and limited place to play sometimes hinder children play together with other children, play with parents, and sometimes only playing at classroom or at home, playing alone with their gadget or watching television passively. This situation is not healthy for child development. So playing is one of the natural nutrition for children because playing stimulates many aspects of psychological and physiological development for children. Here I show you many toys that we are going to play in this seminar or this workshop. Okay. What we want to show about playing is to optimize your brain. We have brain, we have left and right hemisphere. This each of hemisphere play a different function. Most of us use our left brain because we use it for the analytic thought, logic, language, reasoning, science and math, written, number skills, and especially for the right hand control. But we have to also develop our right brain function. This function developed for art awareness, creativity, imagination, intuition, insight, holistic thought, music awareness, 3D forms, and also left-handed control. Okay. If we saw our brain, here is the brain with several parts of it. For our motoric, for our behavior, the most important thing is hypothalamus and amygdala. Amygdala is part of our brain who will responsible for organizing and monitoring and planning for the purpose. So amygdala, what we call it, coordinates our behavior. So if we talk about the definition of play, many people say or give a different definition, but Huijina on the 1938 already described play as a foliation egg with certain limit of space and time. So when we play, we limit our space and time at the certain time, and play is also according to voluntary accepted but compelling rules. So in playing we sometimes use rules and being a goal in itself. Playing has a goal in itself, accompanied by feeling of excitement and joy. You can feel exciting, you can feeling the joy when you are playing, and different from everyday life. So when we are playing, when the children play, sometimes they don't remember the time, they don't remember where are now. So Bergen and Collier, using the Hygieia description, describe the play is as a not fully functional in context in which appears. Sometimes we see children, or sometimes we also play as an adult. I think its display is not function for something special, but play itself function to develop your brain. Play is spontaneous, pleasurable, rewarding, and voluntary. Sometimes we don't have to make preparation for playing, and by playing we get something rewarding. We can smile, we can be happy, we can feel exciting after playing or when we are playing. And playing is different from other more serious behavior in form or timing. In playing, there is no serious behavior. We don't have to make a certain behavior that is so logic, so don't need to think much about playing. Playing is also repeated, but not in varying stereotyping form. So when we are playing, we are sometimes doing the same thing, but it is not catatonic response. And we are playing initiated in the absence of severe stress. I think when we are stressed, we cannot play. Also the children. Look at the picture. The two girls, they are playing the musical instrument. So when we are playing, they are spontaneous. No, we can smile, we can be happy after we are playing. There is no serious behavior. This is repeated because when we are playing, we do like this, but we do with smile, we do with many gestures that is different from the catatonic or the stereotypic form. So there are many benefits of play. We can see the benefit from the developmental perspective. Nishoff described play is a vital importance for the healthy development of children. Why? Because when we are playing, we use our muscle. Look at this. When children, even they cannot write, they can use pencil like this, and they're drawing. Just make a big circle. Small children, by doing this, they develop their muscle. They make their muscle mature to make it able to turn the paper using the scissors to make another activity. So this is healthy. Don't limit your children. Don't say no when they are playing with paper. Don't say no when they are playing with scissors. Don't say no when they are playing with glue. Because they are learning from playing. Because they develop their brain, they develop their muscle, they develop their logic, they develop their art awareness. So play also develop physical and motor skill. By doing this, they develop their fine motoric skill. By running, by swimming, they develop their physical skills. And they also develop their cognitive creativity and problem-solving skills. Like this. We have the yellow blocks, we have the green cubes, we have the red triangles, we also have the right cubes. So children can develop their cognitive skill when you say put the same color of yellow, the same color of red. And you can also develop their brain, their cognitive skill by, so now we put the same blocks. Okay, so we put the same also cylinder. How about the triangle? This is different color, but this is the same form. This is the same color, but this is the different form. So they develop their cognitive. They can also develop their muscle. They develop their cognitive by using this kind of puzzle. This is for young children. They can also make a creative form by using blocks. The older the children, they can use the smaller parts of blocks. This is for young children, this is for older children, then it is also for the parents. So enjoy the play with your children. Play also develop the emotional capacity. When they are playing, they express their emotion. When they are playing, they express their sadness, their happiness, and also make the self-confidence. By making this, they can, children can be happy and they can develop their self-confidence. They can say, hey, I can make it. How good am I? So, playing also develop children's resilience. Why? Because when they cannot put the part of it, Mommy, how can I put this? I want to make this here, but I think it can be here. But this is so hard for me. So Mommy and Daddy can say, you can do it. So you have to put it here like this. So you can make it. So this is develop their resilience. By playing, we can also develop the children communication skill because they can talk with you and you can talk with them. And when they are playing together with their friends, they can develop their social competencies. So the picture on the right, there are many children there playing the Monopoly, I think. By playing the Monopoly, they learn about the rules. They learn about social competencies, how to make a deal with their friends, how they can handle the situation, and they can also congratulate the winners. When they are playing with parents, they can develop all kind of skills they need to become a healthy and a competent children. Okay, from the neuroscience perspective, Goldstein and Stewart et al. State that playing is a healthy, emotional, engaging, and creative experience that increase level of oxytocin. That is a hormone that enhances positive feeling of emotional well-being and trust. So, The baby playing with their mother is the basic foundation for being trusty to others, trusty to parents, and also promote the long-term health. Also, from the neuroscience perspective, Jack Panksepp, as the neuroscientist, found that play stimulates production of protein, a brain-derived neurotropic factor in the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for organizing, monitoring, and playing for the future. Let's say playing the chess. Here, when we are playing the chess, we have to organize our what we call it the bidak. We have in Indonesia we call it the white and the black. We have to move in certain way to become a winner. When we are playing the kite, we have to control our trap, so the kite will be flying in the good movement, and they still under our control. Another neurological perspective, Ratson also explained that play can be a sense of excitement and novelty, which help to generate dopamine, a neurotransmitter that creates a feeling of well-being. So, this is, again, we talk about a feeling of well-being by playing. Let's say the two young children who is playing, they can trace the picture that is novelty maybe for them, that makes excitement, because by trace the picture they can feel what the different texture in their finger, and they can make their brain develop to make a differentiation between the line. Here we can play with soft toys. Children can play, oh, this is very soft. But when they take it, they can see, oh, this is so hard. When we do this can make sound. This is a feeling of differentiating objects and feeling about well-being. By playing, the emotion in the neurological perspective, in the sense of neurotransmitter or hormone, drives the attention. That is the ability of the child to stay aroused and connected to the material being presented. So, the attention drives learning. So, for the teacher, when they are teach at the class, sometimes it is really hard to make attention for the children. Sometimes they are playing together or running around the class. So make your children, your students happy with playing. When they are playing, they are taking attention. And when they are taking attention, there is the way they are learn about the material. So play is also used in the classroom. So the benefit or the function of play already stated by Piaget, the child psychologist, on the 1962. He said that make-believe play provides children opportunity to reproduce real-life conflict, to work out their resolution for their oppression, and to ameliorate the negative feeling. What is the make-believe play? Like this. Hi, mommy, look at me. I'm a doctor. I will see my child. She is very hot. Maybe she is sick. Oh, she needs a medicine for her. I will give her medicine. Ah, the heart is decreased. This is the make the release play, the function of play. Erickson, one of the social psychologists, also say that play around children to experiment with wide range of experience and stimulate their potential real life consequences. So, when children running and they fall down, don't be worried because by that children know the consequences of run. Habermas and Block tell that narratives and storytelling can support children in integrating a broad variety of positive and negative life experience. So, when we are storytelling or they are reading the books, they can see pictures, they can see the feeling, positive feeling or negative feeling of the person or the animals and the books. And nowadays, Sutton and Smith also say that play may also allow for the expression of frustration and rage, allowing the children and also adults to cope with the environmental challenges and thereby contributing to mental health. By playing, children and also we are adults and can express our frustration. But after that, we can feel relief and we can be a healthy person. So Goldstein and Nishoff summarize that play allows children to experiment, to explore and test the consequences of many alternative scenarios in order to develop a rich and flexible behavior, social and emotional repertoire. So by play, children can differentiate the feelings, they can differentiate this situation, so they can develop their brain to make a certain behavior for certain situation. They can feel happy, then they can also feel sadness when they feel sad when they are playing, but after that they can feel very happy. So play is a natural for children to learn about cooperate with others, to overcome challenge, to negotiate with others, and also to reduce fear, anxiety, and stress. So play is a important thing for children. So please give a positive, supportive environment when the children play, because play can create joy, intimacy, self-esteem, and mastery that is important for the development of children into healthy and competent adults. Okay. So, Lasser and Russell and also the National Institute of Play say that play have a dimension. Dimension of play, number one is attenuate or mimic play. We can use it for children like this. So give me a big smile that you are happy. So how about when you are crying? How is your face when you eat spicy food? So play is also an active body play and movement like this. That is a movement. When we put this is also a movement. When we are running, the children run, swimming, bicycling, and doing a sport, that is also active body play and movement. Using scissors, drawing, and it is also a movement. Imaginative and pretend and socio-dramatic play like become a doctor, become a Snow White, and even we can use the hand toy to imaginative and socio-dramatic play like this. Hi, I'm a butterfly. Will you go with me? Hi, butterfly. I want to go with you. Okay, just sit here. When we are going, I want to go to Disneyland, butterfly. It's too far from here, but it's okay. I will fly. So sit carefully. Okay, we go. We already come to the Disneyland. Where want you go? I will go to the Snow White castle. Okay. Hey, Snow White. This is Audrey. Audrey wants to play with you. Okay, Audrey. So, the next session is Audrey play with the Snow White. This is the imaginative and socio-dramatic play or the pretending play. Storytelling and language play is also the dimension of play. By storytelling, children can take attention to your story, but when you are storytelling, they can also express, they can also give a question to you. That is a part of the language ability. Let's say, this is a book about the undersea. So, when we talk about the undersea, sometimes we can tell about the fish, about the crab. Maybe the crab. We can tell the story. The crab has one heart big body. They have also the finger that is very sharp and they can beat you. Oh, mommy, don't go to me. I'm so scared about that hand. The children play. The children make a communication. The children learn about language and also give their feeling or express their feeling. Number 5 is social play and games with rules. When we are playing chess, when we are playing Monopoly, when we are playing another game, we can children can play the social play. They can communicate with each other. They can learn how to stick with the rules. Object and construction play is like this. This is an object. We can make a 3-dimensional puzzle. We can use the 2-dimensional puzzle. We can make this. This is a very new kind of toy. We call it squishy. This is also play for parents, especially when our hand is cramped. Okay, another or the last dimension of play is creative play. This is a play-doh. Children can make any kind of form, anything they want to make by doing the creative play using play-doh. How about this? This is also toy. From the sixth dimension, we can categorize this kind of toy as a pretend play. Audrey is a girl, so she can say that I want to be a Wonder Woman. Hey Michael, you are a boy, so you should be a Superman. Don't be a Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is only for a girl. That is also play. By this, they can differentiate between gender, between girl and boys, between male and female. So when we look at this picture and the dimension of play from the physical and motor play, cognitive, social, emotional, and language, play is play already used still when the children is baby until 23rd years. So until the children become executive, young executive, but also play still using by the old people. Nowadays, when we talk about older people, they also play to make their brain, their muscles use. They can older children also play to make their brain usually work, always work, and their muscle continuous work, so they cannot be atrophy in their behavior. Okay. So why playing is important? Because in playing we can enhance parent and child bonds. Playing with parents can enhance the child's psychological well-being, or also can build sweet memories for children that will be remind till the end of their life. So when we want to be remembered by our children, take your time by playing with them. Not only 1 hour, not only when you are not busy, but play in every activities when you are work. Look at the picture. You can play at home, you can play outdoors. Doing outdoors physical play only just running around the home, on the garden, doing sports. Or when we are cleaning the car or bicycle, we can play water. They can be happy for them and for us. When we are at home, when mother is busy for preparing food for the family, mother also can involve children in cooking. Sometimes we are, as a mother, don't want children near us because we are so busy and they can distract us. But when they come with us and they also play with the food, they can also learn something. So include them when you are cooking. Father can play chess with children, parent and children and can play music instrument, playing puzzle, make a blog, and something else. So this is the advice for parents and also for teachers. Make a play that's child-driven, not adult-directed. As play is a spontaneous, let children play what they want to play. Don't tell them, so it is time for you to play blocks. This is time for you to play with dolls. Make them free. Please, they choose what kind of toy, what kind of activities they want to play. Using true toys such as blocks, dolls, when children so children can use their imagination in playing. Hi Cole, how are you? Do you already give me a meal today? This is an imagination in playing. Create play that challenge the children to make decisions and solve the problem to develop their cognitive skills. Let's say the children playing with pen. We can ask them, "Hi, what do you want to build?" "Oh, Daddy, oh, Mommy, I want to build a castle for you." "Oh, yeah? What kind of castle?" "This is a big castle for you, Mom and Dad, and I will build a smaller castle just for me and my children." "Oh, do you have children?" "Yeah, I will have children someday." "How can you make a big castle for me?" "I can use many sand so I can make it big." That is the way we can develop children to their cognitive skills. Okay. Make a sport play, either solitaire or group play, to make children learn about competitiveness and also sportivity. Sometimes we say that playing games, especially in computer, it is only wasting the time. But we can say also that games is a healthy healthy activity for children, because in doing games also children can develop their cognitive skills. We can also make children play computer games with their friends so they can feel competitiveness. We have maybe the games about war. We can say sometimes, but that the war games is a bad game. It is yes, but it is also, we can take the advantage of the game, the war game. If we make the children understand how we have to fire somebody. In the war, we can also make the children play sportive. In sport play, the children can play to control their emotion when they are lose the play. Let the children also enjoy the unstructured or free play. Give they time for them to play anytime, anywhere. But also we can give the children structured play with rules, because they are important for children to develop their learning environment and to build their well-being by know what is the unstructured play and what is the structured play. So the picture in the center, it is also we call the free play. Don't be worried if your children dirty when they are playing. Dirty is an important thing for playing for brain development. We can say also dirty is also good for your children. You can clean the dirtiness. Don't worry about it. Allow children to explore a variety of interests in a balanced way without feeling pressure to excel in each area. It means that when children play guitar, you can say, oh, you will be a guitarist. Are you? Yes, maybe. But I want also a singer. I want also to play another instrument. So then put the children to be excel in a certain area, because children will learn anything and they can change their working interest. So give the children play everything they want to play. Don't do over control the rules and make children lose the benefit and excitement of playing. Sometimes when children play, when they are with the pencil, they draw in the wall, at the wall. Sometimes when they use color pen, they draw their face. It is okay. Don't limit their imagination. Don't limit the excitement of playing. Also share for parents your unscheduled spontaneous time with children. Sometimes at home we come home with many stress of work. We sit in the sofa, open the gadget, and even don't take attention with our children. It is not good for you and not good for children, because children will say that my parents work all the day. They have no time for me. So I don't go with them. And I want to be like them. They feel angry with you. They feel angry with working. And this is not healthy for your children. So, spontaneous with children. Take them with you, although you are still have to work with your gadget. Take them to see what you are doing. Second, evaluate the claims made by the marketers and advertisers about the product or intervention designed to produce super children. Nowadays, many marketers tell about the program, the products that can produce super children. Hi daddy, hi mommy, I have toys. They can make your children to be the number one in everything. Okay, it is good, but you have to learn more about that. Make the children feel happy, make the children enjoy the time, because they cannot make the time back when they are grown up. Fill them with the activity that make them happy, because happy can make the children healthy. Also, don't overuse passive entertainment such as watching television. Sorry, Bobby, mommy is busy preparing preparing the food for all the family. Daddy is busy for making money for you to go to the best school. So you just watching TV. This is not good for him because only watching TV, play handphone alone, play laptop or computer games alone, then they don't use their muscle. Then they cannot use their brain to play problem solving. They don't socialize with other children. This is not good for them. If you live at the neighborhood, so organize just one-time playgroups, including several children in neighborhood to make a parallel play and cooperative play in the process of socialization for children. And also socialization for you. Sometimes we don't know our neighbor. So this is the lecture about playing as a nutrition for child development. So I can also conclude that playing is also nutrition for us as our parents. Okay, thank you very much for your attention.
Hi, okay, sorry, I just realized I had my mic muted for now. Okay, so as I was saying, thank you very much, Dr. Liche, for the very interesting and very informative lecture. I think a lot of us has learned a lot, and hopefully there are young parents in the crowd here. And today, hopefully you'll be able to use the new knowledge gained to help improve your child's development. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to move on to the Q&A session. So is it okay if I ask Dr. Liche the questions now?
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start with the first question. Right, okay, so the first question is, um, dopamine is good. However, overproduction of dopamine due to constant playing might lead to familiarity or uh, climatic barrier, thus creating a situation where pupils might demand more sophisticated play. How can we ensure that pupils do not feel bored? Or how do we ensure that pupils have the same expectation or excitement towards the lessons.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I give
Yes,
the
please.
answer? Okay. Thank you for the question. Sometimes children play in a certain time. They can play in short time and also they can play in a long time. Yes, dopamine is good, but sometimes it leads to familiarity or hit head barrier that creating a simulation where people demand sophisticated play. So when we are playing, sometimes we feel very exciting, but sometimes we are bored. When children play, we have to give them different kind of toy. So they, if it is okay if they are bored with some toys, they can change to another toy. And sometimes there are many children they want to play. So this is the parents have to. This is the role of the parents to make them want to join the play. We can maybe like this. Hi Angel, this is a kind of I have this kind of toy. I have also a doll. This is the same color between the dress of the bear with this blood. The children still silent. You can take this doll to uh, him or her and let them touch the doll. What do you feel?
Oh,
Maybe you can put this toy to their body and scrub their body with this toy. This is an activity to make children want to play and don't feel bored. I think this is my answer, Mr. Khan.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think okay, so I hope that answers the question. If there are any other questions, you can just type down in the chat box and then I'll read them out loud. We can have them answered. All right, so let's move on to the next question. The next question is, how do we optimize the benefits of playing? As in, what activities are recommended for parents who do not have much time to play?
Okay, one day have 24 hours. The working time is only 8 hours and also 8 hours for sleep. So we have another 8 hours to do activities with our children. Just take 1 hour to play with your children before you are it's not 1 hour full, but before you are going to your office, just play with your children, just using the mimic play. Hi, daddy want to go. How you give the face for me? Give me a smile. Oh, you are cute. You are very cute. I'm happy, so I can work with happy. I will come in the evening. So don't worry, don't cry. How is when you are crying? Uh-oh, it's not good for me to see you are crying. So give me a big smile. Ah, bye, daddy. So this is also play. When you are come home, take a little time after you are take a rest or after the meal, you can play with children. Just take your gadget, singing together by using the application on your gadget. That is also play. That is make your children happy.
Okay, thank you. And I also I'm curious about one thing. This is my one question. You know how today we have iPads and iPhones and smart, devices. What do you think about children playing with those devices as opposed to human playing?
Okay, the devices. What do you mean devices?
As in, like, these devices, they have games, right? They have games
Okay.
on those devices, and sometimes I see a lot of kids these days. They like to borrow their parents' phones or iPads and then play those games on the devices. Do you think it's worse than playing the traditional way with other children or with parents, or do you think it can also be beneficial to the kids?
Okay. Uh, like I say before, we have gadget today as our most important thing. When our handphone is off, sometimes we say, I will die because my handphone is off. And children, we also give children to play with their gadget to make their silent.
Right. Yeah.
They can distract us. It is okay to make a game, but and from one of the journals say we can also use a computer games for play therapy, but we have to limit the time of the game. So let's say we give only half an hour for children to play, because watching or using the gadget for many hours is not good for their eyes. They can also decrease their brain. The experts say about that. I will show you the slide number 2, where is we have 3 situations about playing the gadget. Sometimes several children uh, sit together. Let's say the first picture, but they are busy with their own gadget. They are playing, but they don't socialize each other. That is not good. Sometimes children also angry when we take the gadget, because
Right.
they already what we call it, uh, so dependent to the gadget. The good is the number 3 picture. We can use the gadget, but we use the computer, the game to play together. So we can also make a parent-children bond. We can make the children and children bond. So I'm not against the computer games, because I also play with them, because this is kind of the catharsis using the game. But we have to limit the time, and we have to choose uh, the game for the children.
Right. Okay, I think yeah. And following from that question, um, at what age do you think it's okay for children to start playing with computer games? Do you think?
Okay. Nowadays, parents using the iPad or the cellular phone, from the baby, just only several days, for giving the musical for the children.
Mm-hmm.
That is not games. That is using gadget uh, for children to make them hearing the musical that can develop their emotional positive emotional feeling. And for children, I think about 1.5 and 2 years, they can also play the computer because they know about the icon. So maybe when we saw choose the smile face, uh, put the box, put the triangle on the place, they can slide
Mm.
the gadget. Then that is the time for children to start playing with games. We can see the picture about the time when children play. So we can see even before the 12 years month, people can play the games, but especially they will play with games at the 12 to 18 months. And games with the rules for the computer games with several rules. The children with about 8 years already can play with games with rules, with the games with the competition and risk-taking game.
I see.
It's
I see.
okay, Mr. Tan?
Okay. Yep. Thank you very much. That was clear. All right. So, if there are any other questions, you can participants can type down in the chat box, and I'll have those questions asked. And currently, we have the last question here, which is since playing is very important, will children with siblings receive better development than those without?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, sure. The question is, since playing is very important, will children with siblings receive better development than those without?
You mean sibling?
Yeah, siblings. Yeah. So if they
Mm.
have brothers or sisters,
Uh-huh.
do you think those will have better development, more development than those who do not have their siblings?
Okay. Uh, when children don't have brother or sister, they can make it by have the friends. So uh, they can make their friend as also their brother or their children, and they can play with them. So
Mhm.
we cannot say that the children with sibling is better than the only child children, because when they can play with other friends, they can play with many things, they can talk to another person. The only child can also develop with the uh, good, as good as the children with siblings.
I see. I see. Okay, thank you very much. So, any more questions? Maybe we can have a minute more for questions, and if not, we can finish the session for today. Okay, any questions you have regarding the topic? for today is very welcome. So if there are any new parents, young parents out there, and as participants, you might want to ask some questions.
Or maybe the audience want to play.
Yes, especially because there are so many toys in your office today. It's a very refreshing foreground. Okay, so since there are no more questions, maybe if Dr. Liche, if you would like to maybe give some remarks, or say something for the participants as a conclusion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tan. The final sentence for me is play with children, because playing is very important for the brain of the children. This is a nutrition for the brain. This is a nutrition for their muscle, so they can be healthy and also competent children when they have more play. So if we see the first slide, sometime when we go to pediatrician, because our children is not in a good condition, the doctor or the pediatrician give medicine. Many medicine sometimes is not good for children. So the prescribed is more play time, because play is healthy. That is my advice for parents, teachers, pediatricians, and also the child development practitioner, and also for the student who will be a parent also someday. Thank you.